Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 beta save. It still sounds weird saying 2022, but here we are and we are top of the league. Can you believe it? Tottenham Hotspur sitting pretty at the top, joint on points with Man City, joint on goal difference with Man City. We are top. I'm not too sure why we're ahead of Man City. Is it because we've scored more? We've scored 16 goals. We've scored one more goal than Man City. Liverpool still scoring loads of goals, but they did draw their last game, which means we're top with 5 wins from 5 or 6 from 6. But in the form table, we are doing very well indeed. And those results come, well, a storming start to the season. Villa, we won 2-1. Bournemouth, 3-0. Leeds, 2-0. Sheffield United, 2-0. Fulham, 2-0. And Newcastle, 5-1. And next up is a game against West Ham and then transfer deadline day. But before that, we've got really important news because it's the Champions League group stage draw. Quite a lot to get through in today's episode, so I'm hoping I can slice it up with editing and it not take too long. So let's get into the draw. I wanted to wait for you guys to be here to see this because obviously it's a big step forward. We are seeded number 2, so in fact we can stop this and go get all the first seeds done. Right, here we are. So this is our pot, along with Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, Roma, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Porto, and Arsenal. Lots of English representation. We cannot be drawn in Group A or H. You look at those teams and you think, I will take B or C all day. That is what we want, B or C. So in Group A, joining Man United is Barcelona. What a group that is already. Borussia Dortmund get Napoli. We get Benfica. It's the group I wanted. Get in. Juventus, Atletico Madrid. Arsenal get Bayern Munich. PSG draw Porto. Real Madrid are in there with Liverpool. And Man City get Roma. So we got definitely the easiest draw there. Milan in A. Ajax in Group B. Who are we going to get with us? Dynamo Zagreb join us in Group C. Dynamo Kiev go into Group D. Group E get Zenit, Group F get Basel, Group G get Atalanta, and Group H are going to get Sporting Lisbon. Right now, if we can top this off with a nice, easier draw, that'd be great. Copenhagen. Into our group goes Monaco. So a bit of a tougher game, that one, but that is a really, really friendly group when you're considering it's the Champions League. Very happy with that. Lovely, lovely stuff. There it is. Tottenham, Benfica, Monaco, and Dynamo Zagreb. We should be getting out of that group, hopefully. And we can move now on to the transfers. So Nikola Milenkovic has joined us. It was arranged or agreed at the end of last season. He's finally at the club. He cost us £14 million. He's had a phenomenal start to his season. Player of the match is 2, 3 goals in 6 appearances. Absolutely deadly next to Nicolas Soulé at the back. Those two loving life as a centre-back partnership. Although Soulé's been a little bit injured, so we have had some other replacements come in. But 24 years old, 37 caps for Serbia. He is looking brilliant. Lovely signing. Next up, new starting goalkeeper Andrea Onana joins from Ajax. Another one that was pre-arranged from last season, joined in the summer. £25 million, 6 appearances, 2 conceded, 0 goals, 4 clean sheets. So he's only conceded 1 in each game, and the others he's got a clean sheet. Yes, a new goalkeeper in very nicely indeed. 6'4" giant Cameroonian. World-class goalkeeper. Brilliant. And then the last deal that was arranged at the back end of last season joining in the summer was Lorenzo Luca, a very highly rated striker, target forward. Is currently out on loan at Galatasaray because he can't get a work permit in England. I don't think that's going to take too long to get. But yeah, he joined for £6 million, impressing in Serie C for Palermo and then in Serie B for Pisa. 17 goals in 35. Scouts found him. He's gone on loan to Galatasaray for £215k. Yeah, I think he's going to progress. He's got these attributes and stats already. And he's 21 years old and he's now worth £34 million. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to turn into a great striker. 6'7" as well. Great heading, great determination. Finishing's up there as well. Not really slow for someone that tall. Pace and acceleration of 12 could be better, but you use him. He's a target man. I think he's someone I'd like to try and bring in potentially other saves where we can bring him in early on and try and use him because I'd like to see what he's like straight off the bat. And then we move into this season's or this summer's transfers because we've had a transfer window. So Boubacar Kamara joined. He joined on a Bosman, holding midfielder, centre-back that joins He's actually got a number of games because of Soule's injury. Yeah, 5 games, 1 goal already, 7.30. Joined on a free transfer from Olympique Marseille. He is looking very, very good. Again, 22 years old, lots of room to grow. Whether we'll see it in this save or not, I don't know. That will depend on how we do in the Champions League this year. But yeah, liking the look of him on a free transfer, always good, isn't it? Another one that was pre-arranged for a Bosman, Adam Hlozek. Big fan of Adam Hlozek since we signed him on Pro Evo in the Journeyman save, which I'll link to in the top corner if you want to go and watch that. Wonder kid, great pace, great finishing, great first touch. Can play winger or striker. Had a couple of bids to some people wanted to take him on loan, but he's going to be in and around the squad. 4 appearances, 3 of them as a sub so far, 6.9. We're easing him in to the Premier League. 61k we had to pay for him, which is an absolute bargain when you consider those stats that he has and attributes he has there. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him develop. Next up, to boost the homegrown numbers, you bring in a backup goalkeeper who is decent enough when needs to be called upon, but won't cost you much money. Carl Darlow is our man to fill that job. Newcastle goalkeeper, signed for 125k. Hasn't made an appearance. Will only make an appearance if Onana gets injured. Yeah, he's in. He loves to rush out, and he's not very quick. So that's an interesting mix we've got, but Carl Darlow's in. He's doing a job as a homegrown backup goalkeeper. So I said I was tracking Eberechi Eze, and Palace got relegated. We've picked him up relatively cheap. £14 million from Crystal Palace. 2 appearances on a 6.5 at the moment. A squad player, a fringe player, as it says in his contract. He'll be in and out for the Carling Cup, and if we've got dead rubbers in Europe and FA Cup easier ties and stuff like that, he's going to be our man. Eberechi Eze comes in. He's basically a backup to Heung-min Son on the left-hand side in the formation we're playing. I like him. I really like Eberechi Eze. I think if you can get him on the ball, he can cause a bit of trouble. He's going to be, a sort of fringe backup player, but yeah, I like the look of him. He's in. £14 million, another Englishman, job done. Also joining from Crystal Palace for £14 million, Michael Olise. Again, another one, young, 20 years old. Crystal Palace have made nearly double their money on him. 1 appearance for us, 1 goal. It was a lovely goal as well on a 7.3 so far. But again, it's just an option on this side if we need to mix it up. If Hlozek gets injured or Bernardeschi gets injured, which is happening a bit more regularly at the moment, then he can fill in there. Also attacking midfield if needed. Good overall player, squad player, gone up in value since we've bought him. I think he's the better of the 2 from Palace. We've given Palace 28 million for 2 of their best players, to be honest. So I'm quite happy with that. One's English and young, one's French and young. I'm happy. And then the mega deal that we pulled off in the summer. Calvin Phillips joins. Central midfielder, holding midfielder. He's in there. A bit of competition for Pierre Højbjerg. World-class midfielder. Runs for days, great tackling, great holding midfielder, can pass as well. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do. He started the season well, played in all 6 games, started 5 of them, came on as a sub in 1, and is averaging a 7.22. So really looking forward to that. 59 million, potentially raising to 69, I think it is, if he fills some criteria of games and appearances for England and stuff like that. But Calvin Phillips joins, a wonderful signing. Really good. That is actually all the ins, so let's move on to the outs. So Matt Doherty has finally buggered off and left the club. Barcelona wanted him. I'm not too sure why. £13 million they paid for him, straight cash. He went straight down into the B team to start, but now is in their first team. Not started very well for them. But yeah, Matt Doherty finally leaves the club. Hugo Lloris decided he didn't want to be a backup behind Onana, so he left on a free transfer to go to Real Madrid. We desperately tried to keep him around as a backup, but Real Madrid came calling. He's there. I think he's actually now at Real Madrid as their backup, so I don't know why he didn't want to be our backup, but yeah. Hugo Lloris has gone. He'll be missing the dressing room, but I think with Onana and Darlow playing as a backup and one of the young goalkeepers as third choice, I think we're okay. Joel Linton leaves the club. He's moved to Corinthians, I think COR is, in Brazil. He did his job. He came in. He scored 3 in 4 for them. He scored 3 in 19 league appearances, but that's not why we bought him. We bought him for the Europa Conference 2, the Carling Cup and things like that. And when you look at what he's done there, 4 goals in 6 starts and 11 appearances overall is good in the Europa Conference too. 5 in 3 and 3, so 5 in 6 in the cup games. 12 goals in 12 starts for Tottenham. I think he was actually value for money at 1.8. We've cashed in on him though for a tiny little bit of profit at 2 million, and he moves back to his native Brazil. And good luck to him. I enjoyed having him in. It was a bit of a joke signing, but it worked out. We've made profit and he scored goals for us, so I can't really argue. American defender Cameron Carter-Vickers has joined Fiorentina. Never going to get a look in with the players we've got at centre-back. So Cameron Carter-Vickers came back off loan from Celtic. We immediately cashed in for £4.5 million to Fiorentina. Good luck to him, but was never going to make our starting team. Tackling 12 for a centre-back in the Premier League is pretty dreadful. Much like Joe Rodon, who was better, he has some potential to grow into, but was never going to get games in the system we're playing with the centre-backs we have. He was never going to get a look in. I'd rather have Yaphet Tanganga as a backup centre-back. So we make £4 million profit. He moves to Italy and goes and plays for Inter Milan. Good luck to Joe. I hope he does well and it then translates into good performances for the Wales team, but was never going to get a look in for us, and that shows from last year. Only one appearance in the Premier League, made most of his appearances actually internationally, didn't even make that many in the Cups and the Euro Conference. So yeah, good luck to Joe. And the biggest out was Eric Dyer, £22 million to Leicester City. We were trying to get more from him. I'm hoping that Dele Alli will go on deadline day because he's not got a place in the team either. But Eric Dyer wanted to leave. He wanted a new challenge. We were happy to let him go. He made a good number of appearances for us last year, but didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist. He played a couple of times in midfield, not just at centre-back. I think he'll do well at Leicester, and I think they're a step below us, so I think he'll probably have some very good performances for them. But yeah, wasn't going to be a space in our team for it. And that is all the transfers. If we sort this back by date, there's a couple in here, like Harvey White's gone out in loan. We've got the loan of Luca. We've got a couple of free transfers and loans that have left as well. Don't need to get into those really. But yeah, not too bad for a summer. 57 million recouped, 87 million spent. So only 30 million net spend at the moment. And yeah, it's not going too bad, to be honest. Judging by the results and how we're playing, it is very, very good. So at the moment, Boubacar Kamara and Milenkovic are the starting centre-backs because of an injury to Nicolas Soule. We also have Francisco Conceição we're trying to loan out maybe here. Troy Parrott is in as the backup striker now. I'm happy to give him a chance. We also have Klozek that can play up there as well. Troy Parrott, the reason he wasn't around last year, he was out on loan. So he was out scoring 13 goals in 41 games for the MK Dons, and he's going to be getting a chance in our first team as backup to Harry Kane. Heung-min Son and Kane are both wanted. Harry Kane by Liverpool and Heung-min Son by AC Milan. Yaphet Tanganga is also wanted by Everton, but I think we're going to keep hold of him. But yeah, the squad has depth. It's got strength. It's looking very good. We're scoring goals. We're keeping clean sheets. I'm very, very happy with how it's feeling. And having Calvin Phillips, Mikel Moreno and Pierre Højbjerg in like a central midfield three is just phenomenal. The work rate, the tackling, the passing, the goal scoring, it's all there. It's absolutely brilliant. But we are going to play West Ham and then get into deadline day. So hopefully this isn't going to be too long an episode. We'll have to see how it goes. So here we are then for the West Ham game. They're lining up in a 5 at the back. Zuma, Diop and Dawson in a very tall but potentially quite slow back three there. Diop probably the quickest. Diop and Zuma are actually not too bad. It's probably Dawson on the left-hand side that's slowest. So hopefully Bernardeschi can run at him a little bit. We've got a very strong team. You can see there, top of the table. Another win to keep us there would be Gate, as Harry Kane has scored 6 in 8 so far this season, which is absolutely wonderful. Right, let's avoid all of this and get straight into the game. Milenkovic and Kamara staying at the back. Soule still injured. Son with a corner, and it goes. Kamara heads it. Oh no, is it an own goal or is it Kane? The referee's checking it. It looked like Kane was onside there, but the referee's having a check. He's checking it on VAR. Here comes the replay. So Son was there. Kamara flicked it on. Yeah, there's a player right there. He's got to be onside. It's given 1-0. 5 minutes till half time and nothing is happening in this game at the moment. West Ham having a couple of shots, but we're not seeing highlights. And that is half time. 1-0 up as we go into the dressing room. I'm just going to say I'm happy, to be honest. We certainly deserve to be with how much we've created. We've been the far better team. Carry it on. Free kick then. Creswell to swing this one in. Susek with the header. He's hit the bar. Onana was beaten and Heung-min Son will pick that up. I think we are going to make a couple of changes just to make sure we can keep on top of this game. Heung-min Son is going to come off and we're going to bring on Abritza Eze on that side. And Reguilon's having a shocker as well. So Sessegnon's going to come on for him. So a whole new left-hand side for Spurs as Bernardeschi has the ball. Back to Emerson Royal on a yellow card. Phillips All the way back to Højbjerg, into Marino. Marino shot from range. It's spilt by Alte, but cleared away. And a decent effort there. Still remains 1-0 Tottenham. Harry Kane looks for Bernardeschi, but easy for Cresswell to intercept. Dawson, Diop. Here now is Zuma. Zuma comes forward with it into Rice. Back to Dawson. Vlasic. Back to Dawson again. Cresswell. Back to Dawson again. And you can see they're trying to cause an overlap here. And I think they have. Vlasic to Dawson. They haven't quite put the ball in behind. Oh, Emerson Royal's been sent off. I was just thinking I'm going to need to tell him to not dive into tackles. And he's dived into a tackle. Got sent off. And now he's going to make this very hard work for us here. We're going to have to sacrifice someone. And I'm thinking what we're actually going to do. Højbjerg is going to come off for Jayden Bogle like that. And then we're going to drop Felix back into the ball-winning midfield role. Eze is going to come in here as the Carrillo. And we're going to sort of stick with a bit of this. But we're going to go to... Oh, not that's a bit too defensive, I think. Let's go to... No, let's stick with that. Yeah, let's stick with this. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to confirm that. And we're going to tell everyone who's on... Everyone who's on a yellow card just to ease off their tackles. Because I do not want another red card in this game. Kane is also on a yellow card, which is something we don't see all the time. Kufal tries to put it through to Jared Bowen. Back to Kufal. Good tackle from Sessegnon, but it bounces back to him. Janssen! He scored against me last time. Ex-Spurs striker Vincent Janssen, who was absolutely shocking in real life when he played for Spurs, has come back and he scored 2-2 against me now for West Ham. Bloody irritating he is, Vincent Janssen. And that's a good tackle from Sessegnon. Kufal got the luck. Janssen pulled off the back of Milenkovic and Kamara. And, just... stuck it in easy, 1-1. Okay, being a man down has really allowed West Ham to get back into this. So we are going to go super defensive and go like this now. And I think we're going to do Bernardeschi off. We're going to bring on Danny Ceballos. Oh, we can't have used up all of our subs. No, we're not then. We're going to leave it like that. Go to our defensive shape and hopefully see this game out. I think a 1-1 draw down to 10 men as West Ham are starting to dominate is not a bad result as Jayden Bogle up the line to Kane. If we can nick a winner, even better. There's not going to be too many people in the box. Phillips on the edge. Phillips shoots! Oh, not too far away. 5 minutes of injury time to go. Jayden Bogle with a throw, and there's not long left, and I really hope West Ham don't nick a winner. We've gone to our defensive shape. I don't like to go more defensive than this. It goes back to Altai, out to Dawson. Dawson up to Cresswell. Declan Rice turns. Back to Diop. Into Rice again, trying to get him to dictate the play. Cresswell down on the left. Bogle goes back to Dawson. No, Bogle was putting him under pressure. Bogle didn't pass the ball to Dawson. Diop out from the back. Susek into Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen square Braithwaite. What a tackle from Boubacar Kamara. Not once, but twice. And then Sessegnon puts it behind. Ref, blow the whistle. You've played 30 seconds extra, mate. Blow the whistle. Cresswell over the corner. Come on, don't concede now. Don't concede now. Cresswell taking his time. Swings it in. Susek's there. Headed away. Full time, 1-1. I'll take that after going a man down because that ruined our game plan. I mean, look, we still dominated them XG-wise, but yeah, just didn't put the chances away. And it was only 1.25 to 1. So I think I'm going to say, I can't fault the effort. That's what I'm going to go with on that one. So here we go then, heading into deadline day. And a rather quiet day is being forecast with not too many deals to be happening. Milan are believed to be preparing an £82 million offer for Heung-min Son. Liverpool, Harry Kane at 68 million, no chance. Tottenham, Emilian Skriniar for a 59 million deal. If we didn't have so many centre-backs, I would be very keen for that. And we are continuing linked with Dusan Vlahovic, which is someone I'd be very keen to bring in, and then Troy Parrott misses out generally, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not planning too much. We're going to see what sort of rumours and things happen. My main objective of the day is to sell Dele Alli. So Milan have made a bid of £53 million for Dusan Vlahovic, and I feel like we might have to get in there with one as well. I'm not 100% sure though. 22-year-old Serbian would be brilliant. He'd want to be a regular starter. Do we let Milan take him? Because hopefully if Milan sign him, it then eases interest in Heung-min Son, who I don't think would want to leave us anyway. Bernardeschi is wanted by Leicester now. Yeah, it's calmed down a little bit. We'll have Newcastle watch at the end of deadline day as well and see what happens. Now, do we try and match this? Because I was putting together an offer before, which was around something like this, but this is totaling like 57 million. We've had an offer for Dele Alli now from Monaco as well, so we can afford that. See, I don't want you to sign a replacement player first. If we give you, if we chuck in, let's say we'll chuck in Dele Alli, right? Add player, transfer listed player, Dele Alli, but we're going to reduce the amount of money we then give you. I value Dele Alli at 20 million, by the way. That's still paying over the odds. So they want 18, it's gone up to 60 million. They want more money. I'm going to cancel that. He can go to Milan. So Dele Alli is going to leave. He's going to Monaco. £20 million. We're going to pay half of his wages. But he's just been a pain in my arse. He really has. So Dele Alli can sod off. It's our first deadline day deal out. Dele Alli joins Monaco. £20 million. Good riddance, to be honest. He's been a nightmare for us. In one of the more bizarre deals on deadline day, Christian Eriksen has joined Arsenal for 30 million, potentially raising to 36. So good luck to him. 30-year-old ex-Spurs player. Not sure about that one. So with 8 hours or 7 hours to go, I should say, we're getting a few weird offers. Sebastian Coates, no thank you. Zubin Menda, no. There's a lot of strange things that agents are sort of coming to us and saying, potentially this guy could move. But I don't think they're going to happen. Giovanni Reina is one I'd probably be interested in if this save was going to be longer term. But overall, we've got a bid out. We'll see what comes of it, but we'll keep you updated. So 3 hours remaining as the time ticks down. There's been lots of rumours and stuff flying around. We've made bids for João Felix, which got rejected, £117 million. And Timo Werner had one as well. Milan have signed Dusan Vlahovic. And you can see it here that Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been put on hold because Everton have failed to find a replacement. We were offering them Dane Scarlett on loan, and it all went through as part of the deal. And now this seems like a bit of a nightmare. Because I thought that had all been arranged. We've only got 2 hours. I was going to bring in Calvert-Lewin as backup. He was going to come in as a star player, but he would have been back up to Harry Kane as a really good different option up there, up top. I guess we're going to have to reject that delay. I don't know if Everton... Can we even look to see if Everton have anyone potentially lined up to come in? Oh, mate, we've left it too late to bring him in. That is a nightmare. We'll accept the delay for now, but we're also going to keep hunting to see if there's anybody else out there striker-wise we could potentially bring in on loan now, I guess, just to give us an option up front. So with 2 hours to go, or 1 hour to go, we did put a bid in for Tammy Abraham. He's rejected the loan offer to us. Wanker. Burnley have made an offer for one of our youngsters. We're not going to entertain any bids like that. Yes, we've got a few more bids out, but I think with an hour to go, we're going to be struggling to get them done. I don't know if the Tammy Abraham loan fell through because we were trying to put in a clause to allow us to buy him at the end of the season, but all right, well, we're just going to go through with it and see if one of the others comes in. I don't think it's going to. With 45 minutes to go. Oh, it has! It has. Calvert-Lewin, that is fine. That can fall through because Isaac has agreed to move on loan. We're going to pay 100% of his wages, £4 million a month for him. But we can also buy him for £80 million at the end of the season. That is wonderful stuff. 22-year-old Alexander Isak is going to be joining us. You were live here to see it happen. Absolutely incredible signing at the end. And of course, Christian Eriksen can... it's always possible Christian Eriksen might struggle under the pressure. 45 minutes to go. I think Alexander Isak is in. There we go. Get him in the team. Where is he? Alexander Isak. He's in. He is in. Hlozek doesn't need to under 21. Troy Parrott doesn't need to under 21. Alese under 21. Conceição under 21. Brian Hill under 21. And that will be our squad finished. Dele Alli out. Alexander Isak in. Superb business. Superb. We did have a bid for Højbjerg as well. Random loan bid from Inter Milan, but we've turned that one down. And that is deadline day done. And you can see there, the transfer window, we were really involved in it. It was a really entertaining transfer window, this one, and very, very happy. So biggest spenders were Man City. They bought in Erling Haaland for £113 million. The top deadline day deal was Christian Eriksen. I would argue that Isak coming in is bigger than that. Most players in, Crystal Palace. Most players out, Watford. But before we end the video, let's go on to Newcastle Watch and see who they have bought in with their millions of pounds. They bought in Dwight McNeil. I can't believe that's their last signing they've done because I made a bid of £47.5 million for Dwight McNeil. My bid got accepted. They came in at the 11th hour, nicked him off me. really annoying. But I feel like we've had a better business since then. They've actually got rid of a few people on loan as well. So again, they're not massively splashing the cash. Dejan Lovren, Almada comes in. That's a great signing. William Barrios, Livakovic in goal. Joe Aribo from Rangers looks like a good little pickup as well. But yeah, they're not massively splashing the cash. But Man City bringing in Erling Haaland is huge. I think that happens in most people's saves at the moment. And also, Man United have made a big splash. That's not their name, is it? It's Man UFC in this. They've made a big splash in the transfer window, picking up Kylian Mbappe on a free transfer, which is absolutely massive for Man United. 5 goals in 7 games so far. We're yet to come up against Kylian and the mighty Manchester United red team. But yes, excellent stuff. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all the transfers we've done, how you think the squad's looking. Do you think I've gone a little bit wrong somewhere in our dealings? But let me know. So we now have Troy Parrott and Alexander Isak competing with Harry Kane as the striker. Allows us to play 2 up front as well when we need to. Heung-min Song stays. Bernardeschi's still here as well, which is great. We've got a really strong squad, loads of depth. We are currently sitting second in the league, just behind Liverpool, who won their game. So now there's 3 teams on 19 points and Man United on 18 points, with Arsenal, Chelsea and Leeds making up the rest of the European places so far. Right, that was fun. We will be back. We've got this Champions League group. Probably a random game we'll come back for. I'll see how the season's going, but can't wait to get another video out. Really enjoying FM22. It does feel fresh. It does feel new. Go and buy the beta. If you liked FM21, I think you'll like FM22. It's a really good, smooth, good game. It all makes a little bit more sense. Still unbeaten at the start of the season. Transfer window's done. We'll be back soon. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.